Off goes Crocombe, passes umpire Milnes and just drifts onto middle and leg, and Bamba's turned this very efficiently with a roll of the wrists through square leg for 4 runs. His first boundary. Might have had more chances.
Robinson bowls and he's caught behind, and Ollie Robinson picks up his 3rd wicket, and Kai Smith is on his way. Very well caught by John Simpson. As in comes Robinson bowls, and Rushworth plays very nicely through the offside. He could well get 4 runs here. The ball is dribbling towards the boundary. Is it going to get there? Yes. Just dribbles over the rope.
Sandhu would know, he's running away from us, and this time he does find the outside edge, and Rushworth is out, caught by Simpson. His 2nd catch this morning, 397 for 9. Sandhu's on his way to bowl to the left-handed Hannon Dolby, who plays an extraordinary stroke, or rather didn't play it. He sort of stood stock still, attempting...
He's in on bowls, and Bamber pulls away, and that's going to go for 4 runs. I think that might have come off a bit of glove, you know, but he's pulled the ball, it's gone almost...
Robinson's on his way again, and Banbury's getting a short ball and pulling it to long leg, and he's it's gone for 4.
Oh my lord.
It was in the air for a long time, and Ibrahim fumbled it right in front of the Shark stand. Sporting event she'd been to before.
Carson bowls to Bamber, and up goes the dreaded finger, and Ethan Bamber is on his way, and Jack Carson picks up his first wicket of the innings, I should say, on his way. Around the wicket bowls to Daniel Hughes, who drives, and that's a 4 off the first ball of the innings, over pitched by Chris Rushworth, and Daniel Hughes very quickly onto that and drives the ball away.
Hannon Dolby's coming round the wicket to the left-hander, and he's driven straight for 4 runs, a handsome stroke. Hannon Dolby tried to stop it, and his follow-through ended up on the ground, and that's a very confident. Here's Hannon Dolby bowls, and this is all driven off an inside edge for 4 runs. That was a false stroke. He gets 4 through square leg, but he wasn't in control of that.
Very good indeed. He's running and bustling in around the wicket from the Cromwell Road end. Bowls to Daniel Hughes, but his first ball is smacked away through extra cover for 4 runs. Beautifully played by Hughes, who's played a couple of lovely extra cover drives. 3 wickets as Bamber is in. Bowls to Hughes, and there we are, that's 4 more. Again, over pitching is Ethan Bamber. It's a relatively short boundary on the offside of the grounders.
Punchant for jellied eels I can't speak to, and he finds the inside edge here of Haines, and it's going to run away for 4 rather fortuitous runs.
Very fortuitous. Line since then, he's in and bowls and clipped away, but just as I say that, he's clipped down the ground, and there's going to be 4 runs. Over pitching for the first time in the over, and eased down the ground by Daniel Hughes. But in again, bowls, Hughes with a forcing shot, and a lovely forcing shot as well, 4 runs. Too much width from Bamber. And Hughes has been particularly severe on anything that's been over-pitched or short.
Swings his right arm and then sets off into his approach. Oh, that's leg side, and glanced for 4 runs by Hughes. It's a couple he's leaked leg side now. One went for 4 byes. That one was very deliberately played by Hughes. Took a step to the leg side.
Yates is in bowls. Hughes is forward. So Rob Yates bowls the last ball before lunch, and that is indeed the lunch break. Barnard with his smooth approach to the wicket, around the wicket bowls, and driven away by Daniel Hughes. That's a beautiful shot over pitch, and Hughes belts set away for covers for 4 runs. He goes to 35, the total to Barnard and bowls, and Hughes drives. That's a beautiful shot. 4 more. That's beautifully played right at the middle of the bat. Drills that away through extra cover for 4 runs. Lovely shot. Comes Barnard around the wicket, bowls to Hughes, is enjoying us down. Tom Haines rather, he smashes that one away. That's 3 boundaries that Barnard has conceded in his first 7 balls. Barnard around the wicket, bowls, and Haines up on his toes, and that thrashes that away. And Ed Barnard's been expensive here. That's another boundary. Last ball of the over. No, sorry, one more ball after this one. Johnny bowls to Haines, he's down the wicket, and he's going to be, well, he's gone all the way for 6. In fact, the fielder didn't see that. Tom Haines using his feet. This is like a T20 after lunch. Coming down on the wicket and hammers the ball away over and long on for 6.
Well, I'm sure the folks at Worcester will make a fuss of them. This is Rocchiccioli. Oh, he's hit the off stump.
Yeah, he's bowled him.
That one did turn, and it went through a bit quicker.
In comes Hannon Dolby. First time he's bowled from the Cromwell Road end. Bowls to Daniel Hughes. And the first ball goes for 4. It's a thick outside edge from Daniel Hughes, who's racing along, and that boundary takes him to 50. Not quite where he intended it to go.
With the benefit of the slope, bowling from the Cromwell Road end, and it's 4 off the outside edge again by Hughes, although if you can have a controlled edge.
And Dolby bowls. Hughes strokes beautifully through the offside. That's a lovely, beautifully graceful shot by Daniel Hughes. The ball whizzes away through point for 4 runs. Nice shot.
Round the wicket comes Hannon Dolby. Oh, and that edge between first and second slip for 4. It went very low, and it's sneaked through. Deep fine leg. And Hughes. Oh, and that squirted off the outside edge for another 4.
Rocchiccioli is in again. Bowls to Clark, who's caught at second slip, and he's on his way.
Not all of them were like flying through the slips. He guided it off the controlled edge. This is cover driven for 4. Again, Bamber, as he did a couple of times this morning, strong chest on approach, and his first ball over pitched a little bit again. He's driven straight by.
The bowl to James Coles, who's 3 not out. He's in on bowls. But Coles glides this back, could have square on there, so could run away for 4 runs actually. It's racing down towards the 5-leg boundary, and it crosses the rope, and James Coles picks up a boundary. There's a cry from Rocchiccioli. He turned it with the spin, did James Coles. On his way in again. Coles, and Coles again reverse sweeps. He's going to get 4 runs. Well, he threatened to do that with the last delivery, and he's executed it perfectly on this occasion. So a boundary to Coles. He goes to 11, and a total to 158 for 2.
On his way again to bowl to Hughes. Banks him through the offside for 4 runs.
How many times has he played that shot? Yeah, he really has, isn't he?
There's bowl. Bamber is taking Hughes, I think, on the pad, although it's gone very quickly, and Mosley has made it. He's a bit unlucky with the diving stop. The ball's rolled on. Bamber bowls to him now, and he pulls, and that'll be it. Oh yes, Mosley almost cut it off on the boundary, but it's away for 4 runs, and Hughes with a volley of boundaries brings up a century that for the moment has Sussex moving towards a strong position. 102 not out. That'd be rotten, wouldn't it?
Yes. Rocchiccioli in bowls, and Coles this time does sweep, and this time he does find the boundary rope. Good shot by James Coles, and runs just starting to throw again here for Sussex.
It's a viewing platform.
In comes Rocchiccioli, bowls to Coles, who drives delightfully through the covers. That's a beautifully timed shot by James Coles, who picks up a boundary. He goes to 21. Sussex. In comes Yates, and Coles turns that for the 200th run of the innings, which comes on the stroke of tea. Sussex 200 for 2, Hughes 106. Coles is on at 27 as the players leave the field. So Sussex trailing here by 215.
Here's Barnard. He's coming round the wicket and bowls, and he's pulled hard for 4 runs. Good strike by Hughes. First ball after tea. There's Barnard's coming round the wicket, and this is driven down the ground by Hughes, and that's going to be 4 as well. He's beaten Hannon Dolby's dive, so 2 boundaries in the first over after tea for.
I'll just break off for a minute as in comes Barnard. Bowls to Hughes, who plays firmly down the ground. That's a lovely shot by Daniel Hughes. He drills the ball down the ground, and this has been a class. Rocchiccioli comes in, bowls, and Hughes plays uppishly down the ground. Well, he's going to get 4 runs, but he could so easily have been caught and bowled.
Yeah, and that's the game. You've got to cash in when it's going your way, doesn't it?
And Dobby in bowls to Daniel Hughes. That's short outside the off stump, and he's lofted that one away over backward point for 4 runs.
The shot that Alex Davis tried to do and got to,
yes,
and he just went straight in the end.
This Hannon Dolby bowls, and it's flicked away for 4 runs. Good response by Coles. His first boundary since tea. The sun was catching the glass on my side of the box a few minutes ago. It just gives that glare.
Yeah, Hughes plays the ball down the ground. Need to be quick here. Alex Davis is in, and again slightly fumbles. Daniel Hughes right minded, goes through to his 150. And it's a fine knock by the Australian. 150 in 240 balls, 293 minutes, so pretty much 5 hours. It looks like England are going to win the international, the under-19 international, as in comes Rocchiccioli. Bowls to Coles, who hammers a short ball. There's been few poor balls from Corey. As in comes Yates from the CN. Bowls to James Coles, and that's a half century for James Coles. Pulled onto the leg side, he picks up a single, and James Coles continues his very fine run of form this season. The 2. Julian bowls to, and he's given out LBW, and Daniel Hughes has gone. The new ball is taken, and off the penultimate ball of the day, Daniel Hughes is out. He tosses his bat in the air